go.
Bringing you the NBA. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Memphis Grizzlies. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Now, a look at Memphis's starting group. Bodyguard is out there with Edey. Then there's Skinny. Then there's Lights Out. And it's Coward in at the shooting guard.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show them how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Andrews. They set the screen. No good with the triple. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up to the Spurs. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And a few of the top guys, Coach, in this league have been on hot streaks, fueling early MVP conversations. I guess it's never too early to talk about the MVP, is it?
Yeah, that definitely builds excitement for the fans and sets the narrative for the rest of the season. But you know, Kevin, it's still way too early to tell how it's going to shake out.
Now, here's Harper. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Memphis has gone 0-2 from Lee Hooter. Here's Andrews. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, I believe that's now 4 straight misses to start the game. Talk about stumbling out of the block.
Castle. And it's San Antonio with another.
That jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
Here's Coward. He's guarded by Harper. Here's Lee. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lee kicks to Harper. Over in the corner, Lee misses the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Coward. Castle covering. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. In third, the Grizzlies.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. To the paint. Clock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Castle. Here we go, Coach. The 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this guy.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen at this career with a purpose.
And as if the Spurs stand were already stocked with young talent, they moved up from 8th to the number 2 spot in the May draft lottery.
An embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And if any organization knows how to organically build through the draft, it's the Spurs.
Free throw good. Edey.
Well, with Zach Edey, it's about more than his 7'4" size. Skills will develop, His timing will improve, but he's already got the physical foundation of a great player.
And both free throws good for Edey.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Wembanyama inside, and he's good on the three ball. Wembanyama's got 5.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get.
Timeout. Timeout.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
The numbers for Lee. First in scoring, and he's among the most consistent free throw shooters in the league, presently ranked 3rd by percentage.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Coward. They set the pick. Here's Andrews. 5 to shoot. Edey a screen from deep. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, he's really out. He needs to stop forcing him to move that ball.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's the bodyguard. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Here's Lee. And again, Memphis no good. Spurs leading by 11. Wembanyama passes to Harper. Over Lee. The bodyguard grabs the board.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now, here's Harper. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Lee, that's good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass to Andrews. Here's the bodyguard. Here's Coward. Scoreless thus far. And the dunk by Edey.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
On the wing, Lee. Now, here's Harper. Now, Castle. Right at the free throw line. Wembanyama, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Pass to Edey. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw good. Lee. You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he can use to improve on his strength. But he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that. But as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is, for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Vassell. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Lee against Lee. Pass to Andrews. Now, Lee. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Wembanyama, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't call for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Spurs. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Memphis, a couple spots below.
And, guys, when you look at Memphis, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Coward. He has yet to score. There's Lee with the three. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
And guys, this shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Pass to Wembanyama. That falls. Nice feed that time from Hooker. Wembanyama has got 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Now Edey. Right side, Lee. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Here's Wembanyama. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Pass to Castle. Lee outside. The bodyguard grabs the board. The bodyguard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. At the block. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Bryant comes in for Lee. Johnson, he's checked in for Devin Vassell. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Harper. Here's Andrews. His point totals exceed any reasonable expectations. Somehow he's managed to average about 34.5 points a game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Back to Castle. Just 5 on the clock. And it's going to be a 4-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's take a moment now to check out the top scorers around the league. You look at Lee, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Skinny.
Anytime these two guys are on the floor at the same time, you're just waiting for one of them to go off, if not both of them.
And the Grizzlies changing the move forward with Coach Islo to head their program. Stan after he took over as interim head coach late last season.
Yeah, the first Finnish-born head coach in the NBA. He was a rising star coaching in Europe, now trying his hand in the best league on the planet.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Jackson misses.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Johnson can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Here's the bodyguard. He's covered by Cornette.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Castle with it, guarded by Jerome. Jackson in the corner. Baseline jumper. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
On the wing, Fox. 17 points in his last outing. Cornette. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Pass to the bodyguard. Outside Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's a good screen. Down low. Here's Cornette. And he shoots it with authority.
That's just textbook. Castle understands need to deliver the ball off that screen.
And that one's good. Andrews.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Back from outside. It's not going to go for him. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Spurs lead by 10. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Gigi Jackson. Also, Santi Aldama out there. Jalen Wells was out there with Lee, and it's Spencer in at the 1. And the shot is good from Jackson.
Well, this is Johnson at his best. When he's attacking the rim, he's tough to contain.
Wells passes to Spencer. Now here's Lee. Over Lee. No good from Lee.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now here's Wells. He's guarded closely. Lee with the block. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Fox finds Johnson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Spencer. Shoots over Fox. And again, Memphis no good. Spurs leading by 12. Lee passes to Fox. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Fox has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Aldama. Still scoreless. Jackson dishes to Wells. On the wing lead. Lets it go with the 3. The rebound by the Spurs.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And denied at the rim, but they call the foul. Whistle blows, and we'll see him shoot 2 from the line.
Well, over the course of his career, Fox has improved his free throw shooting. Much more reliable at the line now.
Free throw good, Fox. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. G.A., he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Fox hits them both. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player. And having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line, you think of a Steph Curry and John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
Somebody doesn't have rhythm. You have the camera on you.
Chance now to take a look at some numbers for him. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Jackson. Now Eldama. He's guarded by Johnson. Aldama inside. Johnson's there. Jackson, that's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
On the free throw, no good. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Jackson's got 9 points. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for Memphis?
Well, the coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Here's Eldama. Still yet to score. Just 4 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Lee outside. Knocks down the three ball. Lee's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
At the top of the key, Aldama. Pass to Wells. Good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep giving in the paint and continue to score.
Timeout.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Some rookies have had a very hot hand this season. These are the best three-point shooters in the NBA's freshman class. You take a look at Harper. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Speedy, a few spots down.
What a season these two have had from beyond the arc. A pair of rookie assassins.
And the Spurs with possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wells, and the dunk by Wells.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now here's Wells. Pass to Andrews. Jackson, a screen on Castle. From outside the arc. Andrews, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Vassell kicks to Fox. Wembanyama outside. Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Andrews. Castle covering. No good from Lee.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Fox. And Lee pulls it down.
Good O, better D. Sometimes it works out that way.
Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Andrews. Offensive rebound. Wells wide open. And the three ball is good. Wells has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Lee kicks to Fox. Castle with it. 20 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And also 3 steals. So he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Wells. 7 points in the game. Lee against Lee. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Lee.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Who's checked in for the Spurs. Spurs leading by 6. Lee outside. Good D by Lee.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. Well, Stan De'Aaron Fox said there was no list of teams he wanted to go to. He specifically said, I want to go to San Antonio.
Well, 2 words, Victor Wembanyama. Fox is a Texas native and saw an opportunity to pair himself with a rising superstar in a stable organization.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Pass to Andrews. Offline with his 3.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Lee passes to Harper. He was a block. To the middle. Here's Coward. Lee against Harper. That is good. And the Spurs lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Lee.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, and that shows how much confidence he has in his ability and the work that he's put into his game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lee outside. Pass to the bodyguard. He lobs it up and stolen by Castle. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Back to Wembanyama.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Wembanyama, and it's Wembanyama with the team.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now here's Lee. 29 points for him last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, you can't overlook the 4 steals he added. Those were some major momentum swings.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for that.
No good from Lee. The Grizzlies trail by 8. The bodyguard passes to Andrews. Fires from deep. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range.
Hitting threes will be a key for Harper. If he hits them at a high rate, that'll take him to a whole new level.
Now here's Lee. 8 points for him. Pass to Andrews. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. And Wembanyama's got rebound number 12. Tenacity on the glass. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And stolen by the Sun. Outside for Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Lee finds Vassell. 6 to shoot. Back to Lee. Oh! Pass to Andrews. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Skinny's got 5 points in the quarter. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Spurs. They lead by 11. Step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. That sounds like their offense right now. Clockwork.
Speaking of clocks, I think you've had some run-ins with Big Ben Wallace, haven't you?
You mean in London? Big Ben?
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
Well, right now for the Spurs, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kim.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Lee out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Harper in at the point guard. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. And Edey has it in the corner. It's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Lee. Right around 25 points per, 11 rebounds, and almost 2.5 steals. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, when a shot is missed, he has got great instincts for where the ball is going.
Here's Wembanyama. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Wembanyama sets a screen for Lee. Good on the triple. Lee's got 14 points.
When
love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Floats it up to Wembanyama. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is found to be a special player in this league.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Here's Coward. Buries it down low. Coward's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, it's good to see Edie show off his passing skill. The more dimensions he has to his game, the better off he'll be.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lee against Castle. And another basket for Memphis. Here's Wembanyama. He's got 17 outside Harper. Pass to Castle. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
First team foul. Castle. Shooting 1.
That's good from Castle.
Well, Castle is already a versatile defender, and offensively, he's just scratching the surface. You can see why he won Rookie of the Year.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to the bodyguard. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound, San Antonio. Lee's got 7 rebounds in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Offensive rebound. Done by Edey.
Now, you know, it's funny, but young Zach Edey has already established himself as one of the best offensive rebounders in this league.
Here's Castle. He's got 14 and a wide open look for Lee. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Lee. Memphis shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line of the game.
Shooting for Memphis. Lee taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Lee. And both free throws good for Lee.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Lee outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lee's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's the bodyguard. He has 6. And that one's good. Andrews.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Kevin, back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And San Antonio has possession. Grizzlies making a shot. Harper, no good. Here's Coward. He's guarded by Harper. Pass to Edey. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Andrews, no good.
And you know what? He's just not in this game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Castle with it, covered by Lee. Here's Wembanyama. Money from the wing. Wembanyama's got 19 points.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Lee outside. To the left wing. Here's Andrews. From outside, off the mark. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They led by as many as 18 points. Lee outside. And falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Harper's got 5 assists in the game. Lee outside. Pass to Andrews. And they come right back with their own three-point. Skinny's got 17.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
The bodyguard passes to Andrews.
Come to me.
Here's the bodyguard. Here's Andrews. Out to Lee. A second chance effort. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Spurs leading by 11. Now Castle. 14 points for him. And Lee with the stop.
Heads-up play by Castle to set up the bucket. Showing good vision to scope out that pass.
Puts up a deep 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Andrews, covered by Lee. Back to Lee. Pass to the bodyguard. Here's Coward. Edey with a screen on Harper. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Coward's got his second basket of the night. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
take a look at the numbers for Skinny. Averaging 34 points, 10 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
Here's Wembanyama. 13 points in the game.
Well, he just came flying the cell, making sure it goes down.
Lee outside. Rebounded by Castle.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Wembanyama finds Castle. Launches it. Oh, Wembanyama spacing the floor.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Pass to Castle. Outside Harper. Back to Castle. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Harper's got his 6th assist on the night. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Here's Castle, following the score by Memphis. Goes up with a strike. Wembanyama, no good. Pass to Edey. Lee outside. Stuff.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Outside Harper. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Drills the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 10 points in just the second half. Here's Andrews. Castle covering. Here's Lee. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Lee's got 10 points now just in this quarter. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. Let's highlight it. You look at Lee, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
.124 left in the third quarter. Wembanyama passes to Bryant. In the corner, Castle with it. Shoots from the elbow. Connects the jumper drops. Castle's got 18 points.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Aldama passes to Lee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lee's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Pass to Castle. Good on the three-point shot. And the Spurs lead by 17.
Well, that's his first three here in the second half. Got to think he'd like a few more of those.
Aldama passes to Lee. Over Lee. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Wembanyama, a screen on Jackson. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wembanyama gets the bucket.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Here's Spencer. Still without a basket. Lee with the steal. Here's Bryant. Finish off by Bryant.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed. That's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. You've got Lee. Ty Jerome out there with Skinny. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's the bodyguard in at the 5. On the clock. Fox from outside. And Lee pulls it down.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Lee passes to Johnson. Inside. A steal.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception.
Here's the bodyguard. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Listen, it's a team sport. But without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Fox gets to Bryant. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Jerome. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Bryant. And the Spurs lead by 19. And he puts it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now, here's Fox. To the inside. Kicks it out to Bryant. There's Lee with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Lee's got 27 points.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taking advantage of a really tired defense.
The bodyguard. And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And here is Fox. Pass to Bryant. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Puts it up from 12. And it's Memphis with another.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Cornette finds Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Bryant for 3. The bodyguard grabs the board. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Here's the screen. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Left side Fox. Cornette passes to Fox. The shot, no good.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Johnson. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Now Jerome. Down low. Here's Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Fox. Lee with the block. For three. And he's good on the three ball. Lee's got 27.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Johnson against Jerome. Outside Bryant. To the middle. Here's Lee. Good. And Bryant picking up the assist. Lee's got 18 points now here in the second half. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Pass to the bodyguard. Knocked away. Lee with the steal. Outside Bryant. Cornet with it. Outside Fox. Shot clock at 5. Looking to get it going. The bodyguard grabs the board.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And so it's Memphis with it. Following this shot by De'Aaron Fox.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys in the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here's Fox. Kicks it out to Bryant. They set the pick. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And now, here's Lee. A fast break opportunity. Pass to the bodyguard. Lee against Lee. And it's good. And the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Lee.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Cornet kicks to Bryant.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Took him no time at all on that one. That's now 32 points for lights out.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
Cornet finds Bryant, and there's a whistle. That goes on the bodyguard. That'll be his second foul of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Luke Cornet. Vassell comes in for Bryant. Castle's checked in for Johnson. And it's Harper in for Fox. Now here's Lee. Pass to Castle. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Edey. Now Lee from downtown. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Now here's Lee. And Wembanyama up top. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lee. From 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Edey. The inside, covered by Lee. Lee with the block. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Edey with the steal. Lee outside. to the bodyguard. Throws it from outside. And now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Back to Harper. Lee outside. Can they get it? The bodyguard grabs the board. The bodyguards to tie it up. Here's Andrews. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside, Wembanyama. Edie with the steal. And it's Lee penetrating.
Talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start, great composure in between.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Who's got a story for us? Allie?
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
And Allie, thanks so much. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Now here's Lee. Castle. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Andrews. He's guarded by Harper.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. It's deflected. It's the three. Can't get it.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster.
Pocket six. Lee against Castle. Good.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
This is a two-hander.
A big guard. 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Here's Andrews. We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter.
Nearly foul.
Shooting two.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. Good. In both at the line. It's a 4-point ballgame.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama. He won't miss many from game, clearly warranting a timeout.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a shot.
Here's Castle. His shot is off. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Castle. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, lead. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point lead.
Well, that's outstanding execution in a big spot. He showed a lot of poise at the line right there.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Wembanyama. The long shot, no good. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for the Grizzlies, lead. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Vassell, a deep 3. It misses. So it's Memphis picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But first, let's reveal our player of the game. Lights out.